Hey, what's going on? This is going to be my review of Friday Night Smackdown on July 12th, 2024 from Worcester, Massachusetts, right about now. So let's get right into it with the first thing that happened was Tiffany Stratton came down. She said she was the youngest Miss Money in the Bank. This brought out Bayley because she was one of the champions that Tiffany mentioned. She mentioned Bayley, she mentioned Liv Morgan, she mentioned Roxanne Perez. She put them all on notice. It brought down Bayley. Bayley said, "You're going to be the first woman to ever win the Money in the Bank briefcase and lose your cash in." This brought out Nia Jax. Nia Jax said, "I have a match. The Queen of the Ring has a match with you, Bayley, at SummerSlam. You better not forget." Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton were beating up on Bayley. They took her out. And then Michin came down for the save. They took her out. Bayley's laying. Tiffany looks at her and is like, briefcase, her, briefcase, her, briefcase, her. Was about to go in and cash until Nia stopped her and was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" But that was the end of that segment because it led right in to the match between Nia Jax and Michin. Nia Jax looked really good in this match. She was dominating most of the match. She hit a stink face. She hit the Annihilator. She won the match fairly easily. Nia won. And she won it with the Annihilator. 1, 2, 3. Nia hit the pin and won the match. Looked pretty good in it. It's going to be Nia versus Bayley at SummerSlam. And I'm going to guess that Tiffany might cash in at SummerSlam, but I think they might hold off on that for a little bit. They might do it at the Rumble. I don't know why. I'm thinking the Rumble this year for the cash in. I don't know if that's ever done. But after that, we got a tag team match between Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews versus Angel and Berto, which are now their names for Legado del Fantasma. Crews literally threw Corbin over the top rope onto Berto and Angel, which was a cool move in here. But I guess Corbin and Santos are going to be feuding because Corbin went outside the ring, punched Santos, took out Berto, and then Santos went inside the ring, distracted the ref, hit a knee on Crews, and then Angel hit his finisher. So Angel and Berto beat Crews and Corbin in this match. And Legado del Fantasma walked off all happy and everything else. After that, we got a couple segments. We got a What's Next for Andrade. Carmelo Hayes interrupted that, and Andrade said, "Well, Carmelo Hayes, you're next for Andrade." Then we got a couple Chelsea Green segments in the back where she was waiting for Nick Aldis, only to be told that there was no Nick Aldis, and she walked off in a huff, which was Chelsea Green type of funny. She also had a neck brace on, selling the injury from Money in the Bank. Then we got Solo saying he's going to end Cody tonight. He's going to end everything tonight. Then we also got Randy Orton telling Cody that he has Cody's back if the Bloodline were to do anything tonight to him. Then we got LA Knight coming out saying that Nick Aldis signed a contract for him at SummerSlam for LA Knight versus Logan Paul. Yeah! And the only signature that has to go on that is Logan Paul's. And Logan Paul will be there next week to, I don't know if he's going to sign it next week or what he's going to do. It just says Logan Paul live next week. So he will be on SmackDown next week. But after that, we got a Blair Davenport match versus Naomi. Blair Davenport worked over Naomi's shoulder in the beginning part of this match, but then Naomi hit her comeback, and she ended up with the win. She was walking backstage when she walked past Bianca and Jade Cargill, and they had a little moment. The three of them had a moment from when they were a tag team at WrestleMania. So they reunited there a little bit, but Naomi won that match. And then after that, we had our main event. And our main event-ish. It was pretty much the last half hour of the show. So DIY versus A-Town Down for the World Tag Team Championships was the last match on the show. And A-Town Down Under were in control early. They were in control early. They were working well until Gargano got the hot tag, started running wild, hit the spear through the ropes. Ciampa came out, had some nice moves, But then DIY ducked out of the way of Waller and Theory, and Waller hit Theory right in the mouth. And this ended up for DIY to hit me in the middle and the Shatter Machine for DIY to win and retain their World Tag Team Championships. Now, this wasn't the end of it because it kind of led into the next thing, because Jacob Fatu came down and attacked both teams. He took out Theory, he took out Waller, he took out Gargano, and he took out Ciampa. He took them both out. Ciampa hit him with a DDT, did nothing to Fatu. He just got right back up and was like, I'm going to kill you. And he proceeded to kill you. This brought down the rest of the Bloodline. Solo came down and said, Cody Rhodes going to acknowledge me tonight, because the people who didn't acknowledge me, Jimmy Uso, gone. Paul Heyman, gone. Roman Reigns, gone. He also said Roman Reigns, if and when he does decide to come back, is going to have to acknowledge Solo as the tribal chief, which I'm thinking Roman's going to be back at SummerSlam. I'm thinking that's where they're going to head to it, because that's where he came back after he was fighting leukemia. I think SummerSlam's going to be the spot for Roman to come back and show Solo what's up. But once he brought up Cody, this brought out Cody. Cody told Solo, I'm not acknowledging you. We're going to have a championship match at SummerSlam for the title. And Solo was not happy. He was downright pissed. So they attacked, the Bloodline attacked Cody. And then this brought out Randy. Randy came down, did a few moves, but the Bloodline, the numbers game, was just too much for them. They got Cody and Randy, the Bloodline did, down and out pretty much. The Bloodline did the triple powerbomb on Randy through the table while they had Cody's arms tied up in the ropes, while Cody was saying, take me, take me. Bloodline didn't care. They threw Randy through the table, and Solo hit the spike on Cody. The Bloodline stood tall to close the show with Cody held up in the ropes and Randy laid out in front of their feet on the table with the ones up. That's how SmackDown ended. The Bloodline is getting a lot of momentum. Even though I think this was kind of a lesser SmackDown, I still thought it was a good SmackDown. But the Bloodline is going to be someone to be reckoned with. Mark my words. But that was my review of Friday Night Smackdown. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good one.